Cucina with Josie and Carlos.
Hiya.
We are very happy that we had very good reviews on our video, so we decided to make one more. Today, we're gonna make Josie's tomato sauce.
The world famous Josie's tomato sauce. Not any tomato sauce.
It's just Josie tomato sauce, but thank you, Carlos. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna use to make the sauce. We're gonna need some onion, we're gonna need some carrot, some celery, some basil, fresh basil.
Smells so good.
Then I'm gonna use sausage and some ground beef, and of course tomatoes. You can also use fresh tomatoes when they're really in season and really ripe. But because we're not in season right now, we're gonna use the canned tomato, which are the same. It's gonna taste good. So let's start chopping my ingredients, and then we'll. What I forgot to mention, of course, that we're gonna need some oil to start with. So we just put some oil in the pan like this. Then I like to just slice my my onion and my ingredients directly into the pan. Okay. Then put some of the onion. Actually, I gotta use this other one. And we don't use a whole onion. I only used it a little bit, maybe a quarter of an onion. We slice it like that, and of course also a little bit of the carrot, just little tiny slices, thin. Maybe about another half a carrot. And we let it, we put it in there. Then my celery. Everything goes in at once, and we let it saute until the onion is kind of it's translucent. We don't want to burn it, but we just want to do this. As you can see, this is starting to go. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit of salt. And a little bit of pepper. But because I like hot pepper, I will put a little bit of the hot pepper too. The red flakes. But for the people that don't like it, they don't have to put it, so. And we let it cook a little longer. When the onions are like translucent, they're ready, we can start actually put the ground beef and the sausage, because we have to brown that. So we brown it with put the ground beef. chop that in half. We continue and let it. I'll take a little bit. Okay. As you can see, the ground beef has changed color and it's browned. At this point, I forgot to tell you earlier, we're gonna put a little bit of wine. Like I said, it gives an extra taste to it, and we're gonna let it evaporate. Once it evaporates, we're gonna have to put the tomatoes. And while it's evaporating, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop the tomatoes, and these are very easy to do. You just put them in a container, and you just chop them like this. They're very, see, these are very tender, and because they're very they're plum tomatoes. They're what we call San Marzano. And we chop them as much as we can. And once the wine has evaporated, we're gonna just dump them in with the meat. And then we're gonna put some basil, and we're gonna let them cook. I like my to actually have some tomato pieces in my sauce. Some people don't like it. That's why this is my sauce and not anybody else's. I love tomatoes. And we're going to, as you can see now, they're chopped. And I'm going to put them in here with the meat. There we go. We're going to mix it. And I'm going to need another can because I usually use 2 cans. Okay. I'm chopping the second can of tomatoes, and like I say, I'm chopping them like this because I like to see the small pieces of tomatoes in. But Carlos doesn't. When Carlos makes his sauce, he makes it different than me. He puts the tomatoes in the blender, and he puts different spices and different other things. But because this is my recipe, I'm doing it my way. So I'm chopping them like this. And again, putting them in the pan. Because we don't want to lose anything at all. We clean this. And another little thing that we will do is rinse the can, get all the tomato out from the can. Kind of rinse the can clean. Rinse this one, and then we just put it together there. So all the tomato, we don't waste any of the tomatoes. Now that we put this in here, we let her cook for about half an hour, and then I'll check it out and see the consistency of the sauce, and then we'll see how it is, if it's going to need a little bit more or a little bit more. So meanwhile, I will cover it up and check it out in a little bit. The sauce has been cooking for 30 minutes, so we're gonna check it out. It's almost ready. As you can see, these little round things, I call it the eye, but that it's telling me that the sauce is almost ready. So it's time for me to put the basil in there. I get my little basil, wash it up, and put it in there, and we're gonna keep it cooking for another 5 minutes, and then my sauce is ready. And we also, we cooked it at medium heat. We put it on medium, not on high, so we let it cook slowly. As you can see, the sauce is now ready. At this point, I usually give it a last minute taste to see if there is enough salt. If there isn't, you add it and you mix it. This is Josie sauce. I hope you enjoy it if you make it. And thank you for watching.
Wait. This is not Josie sauce until I say so. I have to taste it. Piece of bread, Carlos bread, homemade bread.
Carlos. You do this all the time.
Yes, I do.
You're just like a little kid.
Yes. This is Josie sauce, the world famous, renowned Josie sauce. Thank you. Hope you enjoy the recipe. Please.
Thank you for watching in the kitchen, in Cucina with Josie and Carlos. Until next time, please, if you like it, subscribe.
Hit the red button and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. And if you want to want us to create other recipes, please
Let us know.
let us know. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed. See you on the next one. Bye.
Ciao, ciao.